Hey, hi, how are ya? Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady, and we're back. We're back with another video, back with another banger. Hey, what is going on? It is the holiday season, and that means my birthday season. We're only 6 short days away. 6 short days away from my birthday. Is that right? What's today? 21st? Yeah, my birthday's on the 27th. That means we're only 4 short days away from Christmas Day, right? And what are we? 10 short days away from New Year's Eve and 11 from the brand new year. So what have you gotten done this year? Or what did you do this year that you want to undo? Sometimes we got that too, right? Like, what mistakes did I make this year that I got to correct before I hit the new year? Because, hey, hi, how are you? Life happens, and can y'all hear me? Life happens, and that's how it goes sometimes. That's how things go. So I hope and pray that you had a great year, and it's not too late to make some changes, because we still, what did I say, we had 10 days left in the year, 11 days till the brand new year of 2025. So you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So let's do that. I got a resource today for you. It's called Self-Confidence Expert. So we'll talk about that. I got one love song, Roberta Flack. The first time ever I saw your face. I felt the sun rose in your eyes. Yeah, I think the first time you ever saw your real person's face, right? It's all great. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to stay too long. I got a lot to do today. It's a Saturday. Started out really great today. I had to do something this morning. I had to go out and, a place I've been many, many times, and many times for this reason. And I'm driving. It wasn't quite daylight yet, so I'm driving. And I know how to get there. And I'm driving, and I'm like, wait a second. I was driving for a while. I was like, am I already past that gas station I usually see at the light? I mean, did I not get to it? I thought I passed that already. And it was another gas station at the corner with where a traffic light was. I'm like, I'm just getting here. I thought I passed that. Then I'm like, wait, I think I went past the street I needed to turn on, just somewhere else, like la la la. And so I turned around, went back the other way. I totally missed the right turn at the traffic light on the street I needed to turn on. So when I was thinking I was seeing the first, there's 3 traffic lights between my house and this, well, maybe 3 on that part of the street. And I passed the first one with the gas station. The second one, traffic light, has no gas stations where I got to turn right. The third one is another gas station, which I'd gone too far. I'm like, I'm going too far. But I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be a little bit late getting there than I planned to be. But I said, well, God's timing is impeccable. That's the name of this video. God's timing is impeccable. It was only him with Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady on HowWeFlow.Today-TV. God's timing is impeccable. I mean, it's a God thing when it's a God thing. So me thinking, oh man, I missed the light. I'm going to have to wait in line a little longer, this and that, whatever. Because first I wasn't even going to go, even though I needed to be there. It's like, I'm not even setting my alarm for that early. Because I get up early every single work day. I'm up around 4 and start work at 5, right? So I'm like, well, last night I'm like, I'm not even going to set my alarm because, I'm on vacation until next year, January 2nd. I don't go back to work till January 2nd. And so I'm like, I ain't set no alarm tonight. So I didn't set the alarm. I said, but if I wake up, if God wakes me up, then okay, I'll go. Because there's things I could have been doing around the house too. There's so much on my plate because work schedule's been so busy. I haven't had a chance to do what I need to do at the house. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to try to get up. I'm not going to set the alarm. If God wakes me up in time, I'm going to go. And like every night for the past, I don't even know how many nights, it seemed like a regular thing. Like I'll go to bed early, try to. And then I wake up at like midnight and I'm wide awake till like 3 in the morning. And then I have to go to bed and then get up at 4, usually on a work night. And so I was up again, midnight to 3. I'm like, why am I so awake? Lord, what am I doing? I need to rest. So I'm going to lay down. And if God don't wake me up in time, I'm not going to this thing today, even though I need to be there. I need to go, you know? So I wake up at 55. What time was it? I set my clock 35 minutes fast, that in case I oversleep for the morning traffic shift, I still have 35 minutes. So my clock wakes me up at 5 a.m. It says 5 for the alarm, but it really means it's 4:25 a.m. You're going to psych yourself out a little bit. So I woke up, I looked at the clock. I'm like, I don't know what time it is. Let's see, did I wake up in time? It was 5:55 a.m., which means it was 45, 35, 25. It was only 5:20 a.m. I'm like, oh, I would have been 20 minutes late for work, but it wasn't a work day. But it was only 5:20. I'm like, oh, all right. Thank you, God. You woke me up in time. All right, I guess I'm going to go. So I get up, start getting ready, and get on out the house. I'm like, all right, I'm out. And I drive right past the street I'm supposed to turn on. I've been to the place a bazillion times. I haven't been there in the last few months. Well, maybe a couple 3 times in the last couple of months. And prior to that, I haven't been there since the spring. So I passed the street. I'm like, I guess I'm used to just driving past. I don't go there. I don't want to go there, see what I got to see over there. So I don't go. But I had to go there today because I needed to have what they were doing there. So I went. But anyway, the bottom line is I was later than I planned to be. And that means I had to, get my timing later and all of that because I wanted to hurry up and then be done. Thankfully, get what I need and then come back home. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be, behind a bunch of people. Because I spent a good, probably extra, maybe 5 minutes going to the wrong traffic light and then coming back. So it's about 5 minutes. So I'm like, oh, well, God, you know what you're doing. So I won't worry about it. I'll just get in line wherever I get in line. And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't far back from where I would usually have been when I go there for that. So, maybe like 10 people ahead of me to where I would usually be. I've never been there first, but I was probably like 10 people back from where I might usually be if I had left on regular time and didn't have a detour. If I left at 5 and didn't have a 5-minute detour, I would have been about 10 people ahead of me. So I'm like, well, okay, it's not so bad. Thank you, God. I still got here in time. And everything is everything. So when it's time for everybody to start, going in the line and all of that, I'm in the line. And, everybody goes one at a time. And so when it was almost my turn, I see somebody I hadn't seen in person in a long time. I'm like, oh my gosh, hey, there's so-and-so, they're right there. One of my favorite people. Wow, I haven't seen them since the spring in person, up close, right? From afar, yeah, but not like right here. So I'm like, wow, okay, how cool. And so I was just like, okay, hopefully they'll still be there when I get all the way to the front. And I'm like, well, they might have to move and go do something else, so maybe I won't get to see them. But they were still there when I got to the front. But on the way of wondering if they're still going to be there when I got to the front, I remembered I had something for them that I usually had kept in the car in case I was going to run into them. I had some sympathy cards for them because they had had a recent loss. And so I said, oh, I usually keep it in my sun visor. So I'm like, oh, here's some cards probably still in my sun visor. Let me see. Let me go ahead and put their name on it or whatever. And I opened the card and it wasn't the sympathy cards. I'm like, oh, what is this? It was another kind of card. And it was still, would have been going to the same person. But it was from sometime before, probably way back in the spring, maybe way back in the springtime. I was going to give it to them then, but then I hadn't seen them since then. And I was cleaning out my car. I'm in the clean out mode, cleaning everything out, getting rid of stuff. And so I was cleaning out my car, getting things reorganized in there, and I had the cards and had some other papers and things in there. So let me get all this stuff out of here. So I think I took the sympathy cards out, and they were in the house. But that card was somewhere else, and I stuck it up there in the visor just so it wouldn't get lost with other things. And I forgot, but I thought that was the sympathy card, and it was not. It was another card, and had something in there that they needed to see. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give them this. And when I get up there, they're still there. But it's not the sympathy cards. I wanted it to be sympathy cards, but okay. Then I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna give them this right now. And I put it back in the visor. Then I got it out. I looked in and I'm like, I don't know if they need to see this right now. Well, I didn't even think that thing was up there. I thought it was sympathy cards. And it wasn't. It was something totally different that they did need to see. But I wasn't planning on, I didn't plan to have it up there. I didn't plan to even see them. And so God's timing is impeccable, because had I left at 5 a.m. instead of, probably it was about 6 a.m., about 5:50 maybe, the real 5:50. And had I not missed my turn for the extra 5 minutes, I wouldn't have been in line in the order that I was in. I would have been further ahead. And further ahead, I would have missed seeing the person I wanted to see. I wasn't expecting to see them. I only came there for the purpose I came there for. I didn't expect to see anybody. And so I'm like, oh, wow, there's so-and-so. I haven't seen them in so long. One of my favorite people. Let me hope I get to wave and say hi or whatever if they are still around when I get down there. And so I'm driving up, and then I'm in line, and then it's my turn. And they were there, and I was like, hey, and I got to give them the card, give somebody the card to give to them. And so I was like, oh my gosh, because I was like, I shouldn't give them this right now. Maybe when I see them another time. And then God was like, girl, how much do I have to do to have perfect timing for you? This is perfection in timing. Because you couldn't have planned that. I couldn't have planned to be in the line right at the time that they were near the line or at the front of the line helping people. How could I plan that with all the people that were in line? I couldn't have planned it. Only God could have done it, right? So what's the name of this video? God's timing is impeccable. It was only him. Only he did that. And so had I not given the card that was in the visor, because I hadn't planned to give that anytime soon. It was something I prepared months and months ago back in the spring. And so I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that. But then I was like, but how likely is it that they would be right there, right when I'm right there, with all of the people that are there? It's not likely. It had to be divinely orchestrated, right? So that's why I had to miss that turn, or else I would have been through the line already by the time they got there, right? And so I'm like, all right, God, no, I'm not going to give it. No, I'm not going to give it. I'll move it up. It's almost my turn. Put it back in the visor. Take it down. Put it back in the visor. Take it down. Look in it. No. Put it back in the visor. But I'm like, okay, I'm right at the front now. Either you're going to do it or you're not. And then I'm like, well, God, there's no other way that this timing would have happened had it not been orchestrated by you. So, okay. And had I known that card was there, I might not have thought to give in that card. I was thinking it was a sympathy card. So that wasn't even a card that was on my mind. And I forgot I had that card together. And it was sitting there. And I'm like, oh, all right. I guess, God, you want me to give them this card at this time that was divinely orchestrated when the twain shall meet. Because again, I hadn't seen them up close and personal in person since probably April. And we're in December, the end of December. So how likely is that, right? So thankfully, hey, if you're watching, hey, hi, how are you? Love, hugs, pats, all of that. I'm glad I got to see you and give you what God wanted me to give you, you know? So in your pocket, I guess. Hopefully it wasn't what do you call it? Absconded with. Hopefully it wasn't, what do they call that? Seized. Searched it. You weren't searched and it was seized and you got to look at it yourself. I really don't even know what was in it. So you have to tell me what was in it. I think I know what was in it, but I couldn't like take it out and open everything up and still get to the front of the line to have it still back in the envelope without it being all crazy. I'm like, ugh, I got a little peek. I'm like, what is that? I'm not giving them that. And I'm like, yeah, I set it up for them. So I guess I'm supposed to give it to them. So I'm like, all right, God, you set the timing up. I'm going to give it to them. And I did. So hopefully, if you're watching, hopefully you saw it. Just a, I don't know what it is. Just a timeline, a trail to follow, follow backwards so you can see who's who, what's what, when's where, why's, how is how, and determine, did I ever get that before from them? Or was it seized? Or, redirected? Because I was telling you before how things get redirected. People who want to, block whatever God has for you, right? So I wanted to know, I guess, did you get all of those things that were in the envelope at the different times and dates that they were given to you through another method, another communication channel, whether it was phone or whatever, email, whatever. So I wanted to know, had you seen any of those or all of those? And were those responses your responses or someone else's? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And God let me set it up so I could find out. Well, at least so you could find out what was going on. We always have a record of stuff, right? So anything you have a question about, ask me, because I know about it. Anything I've ever mentioned on these videos, ask me. I got the info. I got the records. I got the receipt. I got receipts. But anyway, I want to know, did you see all of those before? And if you didn't, who did? Who got in the way to thwart God's plan? That's all I want to know. And hey, I'm still up for God's plan. You understand what I'm saying? He would have orchestrated that thing if it wasn't still up. It's up and it's stuck. Can't nobody stop it. Nobody can stop. I always say, no one can stop what God has set in for anyone's destiny. Not even a destiny swapper can stop it. They can slow it down, but they cannot stop God's will. So for that divinely orchestrated, God's timing is impeccable. It was only him moment where, the two were able to connect in that space with that set of card and information. It's only a destiny moment. To me, that's all it is. So prayerfully, you were able to look at it and say, what the heck is all of this? I don't even know. And then see this and then understand what I'm talking about. All right. But that was my early birthday Christmas gift, and happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, you guys. I got my stocking. It's not hung by the chimney with Carrie yet. I got so much to do, but I'm going to get it done because I don't have to work until January 2nd. Praise ye the Lord. I always try to take the last week off of the year through the holidays. I'm usually worn out by now, which I am. You can see, bags in circles now. But what you going to do? You got to keep on keeping on, but I'm going to be resting and waiting, right? Waiting for thus saith the Lord for the end of the year. I'm ready for some surprises. So, I'm overdue for some fun out here in these ATL streets. Well, not in the streets really, but, I could stay here and watch Tubi and Netflix, Hulu, Prime, The Flow, my streaming service where we're watching this, and all kinds of other stuff. And all of that. All right. So I'm a little, I'm not all hyped up or nothing, but I'm just really feeling good because I had a moment. It was so brief, but I'm like, okay, thanks. Put it right in your pocket. Awesome. I love that. Because you say, you have a pocket. Put it in my pocket. I don't know if you actually ever read things you put in your pocket or if they get, sent off through the channels that be before you ever get to actually look at it. But prayerfully, you got to look at it, and you can see. All right. So that was my day. It was a divinely orchestrated morning, and I believe the rest of the day, the week, and the year are going to be divinely orchestrated, and it's never too late for God's will to take place, and no one can stop it. Even if we want to stop His will for our lives, it can't be stopped. That's a perfect indication. God's timing is impeccable. I'm looking at the title. It was only Him. With Stephanie Stallworth, your ATL Traffic Lady on HowWeFlow.Today-TV, HowWeFlow.Today-TV. That's our TV network for HowWeFlow.Today community on the Flow streaming service, which you should get your programs on. That's my streaming service. Well, really God's, that He allowed me to head and run. And we're on the Roku, the Fire Stick, Fire TV, Apple TV, your iOS devices, your Android devices. We got the Apple Podcast, the YouTube, Google Podcast. We got the Echo and the Hey Siri or whatever, whatever you Apple people use, and a few other things, Twitch and Twitter and who else? Facebook. I think I'm gonna get TikTok next. So we're everywhere that you can stream. Any screen that you have, anywhere, anytime, you can stream the Flow. Therefore, any place you can stream, anywhere, anytime, when you put your content on the Flow, people can stream your stuff. And these are eyeballs you don't see on your regular YouTubes and your regular Instagrams and wherever else people are, Facebook only. And, you're not on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and you can watch that on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, on your TV screen, or wherever else you have a screen. And that's what's beautiful about this platform. So I'm excited about it. I'll have more things coming up for it in the new year, some very exciting things. Finally going to be launching that platinum plan, and you're going to be interested in that. A few other networks are launching on there. It's going to be a great year. 2025 is going to be all the way live. Like, yes, live everything, plus on demand, right? That's video on demand, audio live, video live, all of that. And you could be a part of it. I'm telling you, I don't care what kind of content you have, you can have it on the Flow. So let's check it out, okay? It's theflowtelevision.com or HowWeFlow.Today is the way you can get to the web app. Oh yeah, we've got a web app too. So it doesn't matter what screen you're on. Probably on your little, what's that little watch y'all call Apple Watch? Probably on your little Apple Watch. You can you can watch it on your what's the other thing? Is it the Echo? I said Echo. What's the thing people have in their house and they say, "Hey Google" or "Hey Siri, play so and so." I forget I don't have those devices. I don't know what those devices are called, but on there too. Hey, play the Flow or whatever, and that's what we can do. So it ain't just whistling no daggum Dixie. No sir and no ma'am. You think I got a toy streaming app? No. This thing is supersized, only getting bigger in 2025, okay? So this is where you want to be, right here with me. Come on. We can do a show together in the Flow. And if we don't do a show together and you have content, I'll interview you so people can get to know you and know where to find your content. So there's so much here in the Flow. I love the Flow. God gave it to me. And why wouldn't I love what God gave me, honey? That's my destiny. So God's will was done today. The impeccable timing. Divinely orchestrated, darling. You must understand this. I was like, thank you, Lord. Glory to God. That was just like perfect. Like, who would have thunk it? Nobody. Ain't seen him in a month of, a year of Sundays. What is it, a month of Sundays? Ain't seen him since almost a year ago. Probably in the spring, maybe like April. 3 quarters have gone by. There's a bunch of crazy stuff in between and I don't want to be a part of. But God let that happen this time. So I'm like, yes, thank you, Lord. Just what I needed with just the thing I needed to provide to them. So I'm excited about that. So hopefully you got to look at it. But again, we're doing some holiday decorating. I got my tree up. Like I said, it's a 12-foot tree. It's pre-lit, so I didn't have to do any lighting. But I haven't put any decorations on yet. I really need to do that. But I got some other work around here I want to do first, and then I want to work on the tree. If not tonight, then before Christmas. Only got a few days left. But I'm going to get it done, by golly. But it's beautiful, just lit also. So it's all good. Hopefully you guys are ready for the holidays. And sometimes it's the year first or the third year. So third year for us, it'd be 22, 20. Our third year without my mom still living here at Christmas. She passed October 30th, 2022. So we already had our year first, 2022 to 2023. Then we had 2023 to 2024, which wasn't any easier. And last year I didn't put up any decorations, nor the year that it happened. I was in a grief state, because it was unexpected. She hadn't been ill, not in that kind of ill. So it was very unexpected. It's the best mom ever, right? So, I think of her every day. I get dreams of her all the time. The other day I had a dream about her, and she was in it. My grandmother, her mother was in it. And it was at church at New Birth. Pastor Bryant, you were in it. And it was during a church service. Like, oh, my grandma's here. Oh, there's Mom. And in the dream, it wasn't like they were already gone on to glory, right? It was like, okay, they're here. And I saw all these other family members that were there at the church for the service. And I was like, it was normal. Ones that gone on and ones that still here. But it didn't feel like they were already gone. And then the dream ends, And I woke up, I didn't even think about it till, you think of a dream later. I'm like, oh, wait. My mom was in that dream. Grandma was in that dream. Oh, yeah, cousin so-and-so. Oh, yeah, so-and-so and such and such. And the extended family was all there at our church. And then, because it was odd then after you wake up, because they're not here in the earth realm. They're on in glory, right? So me sitting here, I know that grandma and mom are not here on the earth. But in the dream, we were at church like we're at church, and they were at church like we were at church. So it didn't feel like, the reality that I sit in today. And so, when you have your year of first after you lose someone, really anyone, but especially like a mother, depending on how your relationship was with your mom or your dad. I still got my dad. I said when this happened with my mom, it hurt. It was a hurt piece, right? And I was just like, I need to apologize to every one of my friends who lost their mom before me. Because when people lose someone, you feel for them also, right? But until you don't have yours, you don't understand the level of hurt that is. I mean, that is the person that's known me the longest, right? God, of course, before I was in my mother's womb. But she knew me as soon as I was in her womb. I was connected to her in her, and then born. And then my dad could see me, and then our, the family could see me, whatever. But it was her first, of course, God, then her first, as far as a human. And so it was a hurt piece. And it was another hurt piece. We have a family of 6. I have 3 siblings plus myself, mom and dad. So it was always the 6, the Lloyd 6, right? Lloyd party of 6. And so now it's a party of 5. I mean, I'm glad she's on the glory for because her eternal reward is where we're all gonna to be prayerfully. And so it's like, I understand that, but there's part of us that's missing. Like all the years I've been alive, I've known the party of 6, and to have a party of 5 present, I know she's present in the spirit. It's an adjustment, right? And that first year, I wasn't doing any Christmas. It's only a month or 2 later. It's October, November, December, not even 2 months later. Open up no tree. I'll help my dad with his tree. I'm not in the mood. And so if you're not in the mood for stuff, it's okay. Don't let anyone say anything about it to you. If it's your year first, your second year, your third year, your 30th year, I also see why she was never the same about, Mother's Day and all that stuff after her mom went on to glory. But I couldn't understand it because my mom was still here. And when your mom is not still here, it's a whole different feeling. It's such a palpable, like all losses are palpable. It was such a, I can't even describe the feeling. But, this will be our third Christmas. We had our third Thanksgiving. My third birthday coming up next week without her calling to sing happy birthday, Well, my dad still does it. They would sing happy birthday. Now it's him. And so, it's a new normal. It's not, you don't ever get over it. But you learn what's happening in the now. So I say a new normal. My old normal was a Lloyd party 6. Lloyd party 5 is a new normal, right? And so on. But so some people aren't feeling the holidays as much as I'm like, hey, la la la, this and that. Merry Christmas. It's the first time I had any decorations out. I wasn't here for that. So if you're not here for that, it's your year firsts. You probably had first Thanksgiving or first Christmas, first birthday, whatever. First New Year, and it's going to feel a certain way. And I just say, let it feel however it feels. Let it feel however it feels. Let it feel however it feels. But you keep them alive with the memories that you have and also how you carry on their legacy, right? I never want my parents to not be proud of me. So in heaven, I want her to still be proud of me, She raised us, Dad raised us, and we came out great. Comparatively speaking, we could have been, way off track, but we weren't. So thankfully, I'm grateful about that. And I'm so much like her. I sound like her. I look like her. I am pretty much like her, right? She's the ultimate Proverbs 31 woman, as am I. And so that was the scripture we put on her monument, grave marker monument, was for Proverbs 31. And then my dad has a scripture on his side also. Of course, he's still here. But you know how husband and wife share this, the plots. And so you don't re-engrave a thing later, the whole thing later, So all I have to do is add the date whenever God calls, him on. But prayerfully no time soon. And like I said, I was sick for the last 2 weeks. And I had to miss my dad's 87th birthday celebration. I had a big celebration up north. And I had stupid COVID. And I'm like, I can't go up there with no COVID. So I had to not go. So I missed it. But we're going up. We'll go up there on my birthday and spend the weekend. So we'll still go. But I wanted to be there for the party, for the celebration. So we'll have our own celebration. We'll have a second celebration. It'll be his and mine together. His and mine together. But to God be the glory, right? To God be the glory. And he's still up and at 'em, doing what he does. And we're grateful for that. Grateful for that. So Mom will be proud. Yeah, it was great. Great couple. They were married probably 62 years maybe by the time she was going on, or that year she would have been 63, I think. 63 years. If she went on in October, so Christmas is the 25th. My birthday is 2 days later, the 27th. Their wedding anniversary was December 29th. And then December 31st is New Year's Eve, and then it's New Year's Day. And then several of my nieces also have their birthdays in the same month. And I think my brother's anniversary is the same time period too. So a lot of celebrations there here at the end of the year. So, but yeah, I think they would have been 63 years, 2022. So it might have been 65 years by this year. Would have been 65 years together this year. Can you imagine? My marriage was 13 years. It wasn't 65 or 63. But I wish I could get to a 50th wedding anniversary. How much longer do I have to live? 50 years? Well, first God got to send me my guy first. Oh, Lord, or at least let them know that they're the one. I mean, they already exist, or they wouldn't be born yet. They'd be too young. So, hey, I'm all up for younger. My husband was younger. Always like younger guys. But anyway, all that aside, happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you. And getting ready for a beautifully blessed new year. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, but it was a beautiful day, a beautiful morning this morning, with God's timing being so impeccable. So if something goes awry in your life, you're running late, or you forgot something, you had to go back, God could be either setting up impeccable timing for something to happen at the right time, or he could be helping you avoid a problem up here because you're back here. So don't be getting mad about stuff. Oh, no, there's no need. No need. And sometimes we got to go through tough stuff. Why I got to go through all this stuff? I had to learn over the last 6 years that God's timing is the timing, not when I'm ready. Right? And so all the things that happen, all the blockages, all the stalls, all the rugs pulled out from under me, all of the, heart stabs and back stabs and, swapping and all that stuff that people do, it all played a part in getting me to my destined place. And that is yet to come soon. So I'm ready for it whenever God says it's time. I didn't turn away from it. I want exactly what he wants for me. I want exactly who he wants for me. I want exactly what he said was mine. And so I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. So if you're coming, come on, by golly. Take off that old clearance rack stuff. Let's go. Take off the counterfeit. Put on the real deal. You know what I mean, baby. All right, so today's love song is from Roberta Flack, and it is called The First Time, turn this music on, Ever I Saw Your Face. Let me share it. Here we go.
The first time ever I saw your face, I thought the sun rose in your eyes, and the moon and the stars were the gifts you gave to the dark and the endless skies, my love. The first time ever I kissed your mouth, I felt the earth move in my
first time. The first time. Do you remember the first time ever I saw your face? You seem so nice. I'm like, oh, not at all. Like they're perceived to be, at least not to me. I'm like, oh, so so nice. Thank you, Roberta Flack, taking us back. The first time ever I saw your face. I felt the sun rose in your eyes. Oh, I tell you. So you rewind that back so you can play that again. You need to know that song. It's one of my favorite songs. First time I saw your face. I remember it well. And it was another where God's timing was impeccable. Just king. Who would have thunk that? You know? Right as you're announcing what's going on with you, before you really get out into what's going on around, the area, bing, God puts things right in front of your face. The first time, what do you think? The first time ever I saw your face. I know what you thought. God told me what you thought. But anyway, so I'm waiting for you. All right? I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what's been, what's happening now, whatever. Come on. God's timing is impeccable. And I know it's going to be in divine timing. That is going to happen because no one can stop God's will for your life, for my life, for anyone's life, no matter how hard they try. And I always say, I'm a Christian. And so those believers around you who want to stop God's destiny for your life, but they say they believe in the true and living God and Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, if they really were followers of him, they wouldn't do anything to stop his will for your life. So you need to question the ones around you. Why are you trying to keep me from this? I don't care if it's friends, family, whomever, Do you serve the true and living God? Yes. Why are you asking me that? You know that. All right, then why are you trying to stop me from my destiny that God told me was for me? Why are you trying to change my mind about it? Why are you casting aspersions on it? Why are you poo-pooing it? Oh, you don't want to do that because this and that, why are you making up stuff about my destiny or my destiny partner or destiny person, whatever? Why are you doing that? Why are you projecting your things that you do or possess or how you are onto them when you know it's not them at all? God wouldn't give you anything like that with all the things that they said about your person. God wouldn't give you that, but he gave you what he gave you, which is not what they said, but really they're what they said that your person was. You know this. We're not going into that again today. So we're into the holiday flow, but you need to go ask some questions. All right. All right. I think you understand this by now. So God's timing is impeccable. It was only him today and 6 years ago, right? It was only him then. It's only him now. It's only him still. And his will be done. I don't care if you drag your feet, I drag my feet, they drag their feet. Nothing can stop it. I'm all the way up. We're all the way up. Nothing can stop it. So it's supposed to be all the way up in 2024. But, things got thwarted. So now we're all the way up in 2025. Let's go. 2025, all the way live. Let's go. In the flow. You're in the flow. So, so love, hugs, pats, all of that. Heart eyes, this and that, Love, 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 love. The first time ever I saw your face. It's a beautiful day. Best day of my life so far. And then we'll see the next best day of my life when it all comes together in God's divine timing, which is impeccable. It is to the millisecond. And it was proven today. Because no way I could have orchestrated that. Like you or people might say, how did they get there when you were right there? How did they manage that? Did they jump in the line? No. It was God's divine orchestrated timing for that to happen. It's not a coincidence. It was divinely ordered. So if you believe God, you believe that, because that's what that was. I wanted to explain to you, it wasn't just a happenstance. It wasn't a happenstance. I left later than I usually leave. And then, even still, I had to pass my turn and come back to add another 5 minutes to get to the divine location in that line. And that's it. I was hoping I'd see it, but I did not know that that thing was up in the visor. I thought it was the other sympathy cards, but it was something else that God had for you. Come on now. So keep looking for the things that God has for you. Don't be looking for the things that you have for yourself, because that's where we go wrong. We look for, what do I want? What do I have for myself? What do I love? Or you're going for what God sent you that fits like a glove, right? Or like a stocking. Fits you like a Stephanie stocking. Ding, ding, ding. Stick your foot right in here. Boop. All right. So it was a great day. And I'm expecting great things. So I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. The self-confidence expert is my resource for today. And it's something, how are you feeling with your self-confidence? You can become a self-confidence expert if you want to, because we all have moments where we're not as confident, right? So this would be a powerful digital guide designed to enhance your personal and your professional journey by helping you to focus on tangible results, dive into really some detailed exploration of, how to do this thing for yourself. You're going to find out how objective achievements will play a crucial role in building true self-confidence. So it's a whole resource, it's a whole set of things. And Stephanie, why do I need this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because you're going to discover how to measure and appreciate your objective results for boosting confidence. It's going to give you all the confidence stuff that you never probably had thought of or been taught before. We're going to understand the importance of consistent output and quality improvement. I always say continuous improvement, not just about services you provide to other people, but continuous improvement for yourself and of yourself. You want to become your best self ever. And that's what we're about here in How We Flow Today community, is to live our best life ever. Our best life is our destined life, the life God created us for, the destiny he has for us. That's a life you don't have to take a vacation from, because we didn't put our own input in and decide and take some detours and permissive will and whatever, free willy, I call it, to get ourselves somewhere off track over there. We're supposed to be right here, right? So we're here for self-care, for wellness, the art of well-being, for, I say personal development. I'll say self-confidence builders. And just like whatever things you're dealing with, I always got resources available for you to kind of help you along the way. This self-confidence expert resource also has a video upgrade, because maybe you're a visual learner and you rather just watch videos. You stream stuff anyway. So you can stream these videos while you're in line waiting for your divinely appointed meeting there, like I was today. We got several videos in the expert upgrade package for self-confidence, and you might like that better. So if you're a visual learner, it's going to sort of be a nice supplement to the resource guide itself. So you want to get the actual guide and then the video upgrade to really just kind of enhance and get you to where you want to be with your self-confidence. And with self-confidence comes self-love. We talked about self-love also in past resources, so keep that in mind. Loving yourself is key. Self-care is key. And I've been a little off of my self-care because I've been working a little too much, right? And, not balancing, work-life balance. So I'll be working on that over this couple weeks of vacation and, into 2025. Trying to balance it so I don't be tired with circles and bags and worn out and I just want to lay down. I'm just so tired. I always got to do something, It's like just me keeping the household running with my sons, and they help out and, everything is good. We have just enough and sometimes less than enough, but we always have help. God always gives us help. So I'm thankful for help that we get from my dad and stuff. So it's always good. God always going to take care of us. But I know He's got something in the destiny that's going to be even better, and that will allow that balance to come through, allow me to focus on what my gifting is and what my purpose is, and more of what I'm doing for you here. So, in HowWeFlow.Today. But yes, so there's so much ahead, but I don't have time to tell you much more because I got so much work to do. I'm trying to get rid of some stuff in the house and start the new year fresh. So fresh is so clean, some things I don't need anymore. We accumulate stuff, right? And so I'm like, someone else could probably use this. I'm not even using this. Let me clean out the garage, you know, clean out the closets, whatever. And so that's what I'm going to focus on. What are you going to focus on the rest of this holiday season? Focus on some self-care, some self-love, and some self-confidence with this resource. And focus on you, right? Because sometimes we focus on everybody else. Who's guilty of that? Me. I'm always giving, pouring, and I'm just empty. Thank God for my cup of mushroom coffee. That's not empty, but everything else is empty. My storage is empty, but that means God can pour into me. So that's what He does. That's in the spiritual. But here in the natural realm, I need somebody to pour into me. Where's my partner? What are you doing? What's taking you so long? Good grief. Hurry up. By golly. I'm wasting away to nothing. I'm going to be so empty and worn out, it won't even be recognizable. All right. But I believe God, right? I still believe God to this day. It don't look like it's going to be. It don't sound like it's going to be. No one's going to believe it's going to be, but it's going to be. I need a baker. This is going to be what you want it to be. I love you. I love you. Why can't you see? You're the finest thing I've seen in all my life. You bring me joy, right? So it's going to be what you want it to be. What do you want it to be? That's what it's going to be. Let's go. All the way up in 2024 and all the way live in 2025. We got things to do in the kingdom. So don't hold them up anymore. Dump. I'm going to the dump today. Dump some cardboard boxes out. Take it to the dump. Let it go. It was a commercial. To the dump. Dump. Take it to the dump. Let it go. Start fresh. Clear the decks. Because you got some power coming in there. Real power. Some real oil, right? Some real everything. Everything you ever wanted. Just what you ask God for is what you have coming. Do you believe that? You got to believe it. And then believing it is one thing, but taking action, radical, just some very specific action, intentional action will get you what you wanted. What you wanted is just sitting right there, just sitting right here. But if you stay over here and what you want is over here and you don't ever reach out to get it, it's just going to be sitting here and you're just going to be sitting there in a daydream state, right? You got to take the action. And pursue. Shall I pursue? He said pursue. So pursue. And it's waiting for you. God's got it sitting right here for you. But we sometimes don't take action. We think it's going to come to us. How close does it have to come? And God's timing is impeccable. It was only Him. How close does it have to come to you before you actually reach out for it? You know, if you're given a child, let's say God's given you a gift, which He did, and you don't reach out for it, He's not going to dump it on your head. You gotta say, oh, thank you so much, right? Just like at the holiday season, if you're gift giving or whatever, you're giving someone a gift, you want them to say, oh, thank you. You don't want them to just sit there. That looks nice. I like that. God would be like, what? Or you as a gift giver would be like, well, here, like Linus in this blanket on the National Elimination Spelling Bee, champion Charlie Brown. Like I said, Linus be offering his blanket to Charlie Brown for good luck in the National Spelling Bee. And he's like, here. And Charlie Brown didn't take it initially, but then he eventually did. But you're giving someone a gift this holiday. Oh, and I got this for you. It's just specifically for you, exactly what you desired. And the person is like, but they're not here to receive it, right? It's like if you're watching football this weekend, whether it's college football or pros, and the quarterback throws the ball to the receiver, here, go long, and they go. They did the play. They had to play. They huddled. They had to play. You know what the play is, right? And God says, "Go long. Here you go." And you just looking at the ball come. The ball's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Poink, and that's it. Or it goes over there. Because you didn't reach out to catch that thing. Come on, you got to reach out and get it. You got to take action. You can't just be standing there. Take action. ACT, ION, action, action. We want action, action, action. We want action. ACT, ION, action. Take action. And that's what it's going to require. All right? All right. Listen, Linda. Linda got to go. Linda got to go. Destiny Swappers, be doggone. Your time is up. Your part of the assignment is up here. But thank you for keeping my seat warm. And I'm ready to take my place. Dr. Jamal Bryant, your dad, does that sermon. I think he did it at your installation, one of your installation services at New Birth. And I shared it with my dad and my mom. They loved it, and I loved it too. And he said, take your place. So take your place could mean a couple things. I was thinking of that the other day. I'm like, I'm ready to take my place now. But then it could also mean someone is taking your place. Who's taking my place? They can't take my place. Get them out of there. That's my place, right? So someone will take your place if you don't take your place. Same applies to you. Someone could take your place in your God-given destiny if you don't step in to take your place. So take your place is two-sided. From the person whose place it is to the person who is going to take the place when you don't show up. So please show up. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Glory to God. Listen, I'm glad God's timing is impeccable. And it was only him today. And it's only him every day. And it's only him for you, only him for me, only him for all of us. And we just have to take action. We have to actually receive the football, receive the gift that he laid right in front of you, 6 years ago. And every day is laid in front of you. So you got to actually do something. You can't just stand back. I want that gift, but I ain't going to do nothing about it. Then you're not going to get it. That's why you don't have it still. So you go get whatever's easier that's going to come to you. This gift that's going to show up in your face and come to you. That's not your gift. That's someone imposing their will on you. They ain't imposing God's will on you. God's gift, he already gave it to you. But like I said, I think I said in another video, this will be the 6th Christmas that's been sitting under the tree, still wrapped. Because you never even tried to tear a piece of the wrapping paper off to peek and see what's inside Christmas Eve night. Christmas Day, you unwrapped other gifts. You didn't unwrap that gift. And so it's like, wowzer. I'm just sitting here as a beautiful gift. That's exactly what they want. And they're not receiving it. How does the gift feel? How does the gift giver feel? And how do you feel? And it's all about the feel. It's not about how it looks. I said that before. Not about how lovely everything looks. How perfection it looks if you can't feel nothing. If it don't feel good, it's not good. All right? You got to go beyond just like I'm in this picture here. Go beyond what you see. Go into how does it make you feel? How does it fit into your destiny? Is it what God said, or is it what you settled for? Is it what you are willing to go with, right? It's what as far as you're willing to work for that, but you won't work harder to get to the real thing. And all you got to do is say, okay, thank you. You only have to work that much harder. You're so far there. You're in this community. You've been growing and learning and leveling up. You're not in the kiddie pool anymore, but you still chose kiddie pool level. That drew you back down. Come on, now you up here stepping in high cotton these days. So you got to come on and reach out and take action to receive the gift that God gave you. It's exactly what you want. I know you didn't think so at first. It looks different now, lighter, brighter, and you know, it's about that's a look. But the inside and all of that has always been the same, as you well know. So it's up to you. The gift is always ready to be given, but is the receiver ready to receive it? That's it. So think about it as you're giving gifts this holiday season. Think about and watch how people are receiving the gifts you're giving. Oh, thank you. That's so nice. I love this. Or, oh, why'd you get me this? Or you're giving them the gift and they're just sitting there looking at you like, don't you want a gift? Yes. This is exactly what you want. Okay. Thank you. But they never reach out to receive the gift. They never take the action to actually get the gift in their hands. They just looking at it. It would be great if it was here. Why doesn't the gift walk over to me? No. Shall I pursue? He said pursue. You go pursue. Walk up to your gift. Get it. Reach out and catch the pass. Catch the football. And don't let Lucy hold. Oh, sorry. Don't let Lucy hold the football. Don't let Lucy hold the football. Like Charlie Brown, pull it out from you and you fall on your head a million times. You know, so many concussion wounds from that tricking head, tricking chick, whatever you call it, Lucy tricking head. You got so many concussions. They let you fall so many times. And they continue to wound you each and every day with each and every encounter. We've talked about this before. I don't want to talk about that today. Today's self-confidence expert and self-confidence expert video upgrade. It's about God's timing is impeccable. And it was only him, the name of this video. That's all it was today. That's all it is every day. And in order to get what God has for you, the perfect thing that he had that's perfectly what you want, not that it's perfect or they're perfect, but it's exactly what you asked for, that you always wanted and dreamed of, thought wasn't possible. And then when it was given to you in front of you, you thought it was too good to be true. So, I don't think it's real. And then people fed into you that, nah, it can't be real. It's not real. I wouldn't go for that. But yet it's God given, so it is real. It is real. It is real. It is real. Hey, take your place. You don't want somebody else to take your place because this good. This good. It's been in the plastic for 3 years. It was given to you 6 years ago, but it ain't been taken out the plastic nowhere. No one. 3 years. So it's good. It's good and ready. All right. So that's all she wrote for the day. Is love, hugs, pats, all of that. Heart eyes, all of that. Love you, love you, love you, love you, baby. I love you. Do, 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 do. We're all about the love songs, all about the lyrics, all about love over here. Ain't no hatred, ain't no negative, no dark, no evil, none of that stuff. None of that stuff here. It's light, it's airy, it's safe, it's peaceful, it's comfortable, it's down to earth, and it's real. And that's what you really want. And so you always can exhale when you get around me, right? You always feel that peace, peace, peace. I'm at peace, 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 right? Not like, what next? They always want me to do something. I don't know. Eggshell walk. I post some videos on Twitter about emotional abusers, which is also domestic abuse. And there was some videos walking on eggshells and what that's like, gaslighting and manipulation and all of that stuff. When you're dealing with that, it's never comfortable. I dealt with that 13 years. I'm not ever going to deal with it again. And neither are you if you get what God has for you. But if you keep what you pick for yourself, it's going to be like that. And you're never going to be comfortable a day in your life. And they're going to chip at you day by day till you're worn down to the nub and there's nothing left of you. And it take a long time to come back from that. So that's where we are. And that's where we're going. All right, you guys, it's Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady. You're watching HowWeFlow.Today-TV. Pre-holiday edition. Ho, ho, ho. If you want Santa or if you want S for Stephanie, I'm here. Come fill my stocking up. It ain't been out the plastic in 3 years. All right, you guys. Love you. God bless you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Chat me up in the comments, DM, all of that. Share the video. Like, subscribe, share. And come join me in the flow. I got a place for you. Dr. Brown, I got a place for you in the flow. A place something God said only you can do. Something specifically set up for you. All right. So I will see you on the other side when you take your place. Let's go. Love, hugs, pats, all of that. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for even watching. I love you guys. The channel is growing. The network is growing. The community is growing. And hey, reach out to me. Let me know if there's a topic you want me to cover, and I'll be glad to do that. All right. Love you. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget my birthday's December 27th. By golly, at least say happy birthday, something. Dog, cat, foot. Or show up for a person. Why don't you? All right. Love you. Talk to you soon. See ya.